Okay, so today what we are going to do is to do it practically. Whatever we have done so far, we will try to accomplish it. So try to do along with me. You don't have to close your eyes or do anything, but you can try. Okay. Why I'm saying try? Because you have to shake up a lot of things before you start working on it. Okay. So the first thing, when you sit, wherever you sit, relax for 5-10 minutes doing nothing. Okay, nothing means nothing. No touching of phone, no doing anything. Just watch something which is blank, totally blank object. Okay, and let the thoughts fall through. Or anything that is running, just watch it, meaning be a witness to it. Don't have to be part of it. So I now come from this room, I sit. Just sit. That's it. Nothing special. Nothing that needs to be accomplished. Just sit for 10 minutes or even more. You can extend it, but minimum you keep 10 minutes as your guiding thing. 10 minutes is 10 clockable minutes. Okay. Don't put an alarm or anything like that, because then again you have anticipation of that 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. So maybe if my phone were to be here like this in front, so I'm just sitting, I'm not going to watch that phone. I'm just going to watch some blank space, which is a wall. Just a wall. Nothing else. Empty wall. Empty wall. 10 minutes. So supposing when it turns, it's 8:34 here. So when it turns 8:44, okay, and then I start. Okay. Now let's say it is 8:44. What should I start? I should start my reflection. Reflection as in what all has happened in those 10 minutes. There's so many objects which came and went and came and went. You are the witness. In that 10 minutes, things have happened. Okay. There were sights, there were sound, there were taste, there were touch, there were smell, there were thoughts. All the 6 were there. But was I aware? Is the question. Maybe not. So I'm just sitting and I'm having boredom. After 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm feeling bored. I don't know what to be done. That is the first hindrance, visikiccha. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. That what should I do? Should I close eyes? Should I open eyes? Should I watch the blank wall? Or should I do something? Okay, because we are used to sensual stimulation. There is some stimulant happening. Some sound comes, some sight comes, some taste comes, some touch comes, some smell comes. Otherwise, the thoughts are going to be there. Now, I just watch 10 minutes. If the doubt comes, you can be 100% assured yourself that the restlessness is also there along with it. Because you want to find whether you should close eyes, open eyes, watch the breath, not watch the breath, whether it should be one-pointed, whether it should cover the whole wall. Should I turn my head? Shouldn't I turn my head? Should I stare at the wall? Should I just see the wall? So many questions. This is the first thing that's going to happen. Just ignore this. If you try addressing each one of them, it itself becomes one subject now. And you won't be convinced at all. Then the next question comes, is it there in the sutta? Is it there here? Is it there where it is? Even if it is there, what would you do? What changes will you bring? Supposing if it is there, it just adds to your disturbances, which is nothing but udacha, restlessness. Okay. Now, this method may not be exactly there, but if you see Anapana Sati Katha, he talks about samam, atto, samatha, how it has to be practiced. Avikepa, it is undistractedness. And if you see a wall, there is nothing to get distracted. A plain wall, which doesn't have anything. Okay. Now you will come to see the sensual pull. You'll either want to see something, you want to hear something, you want to taste something, you want to touch something, you want to smell something, and your thoughts will take over. So if visikicha, doubt is there, it will create restlessness. If these two people are there, then it creates tiredness in the body because you don't know what to be done. So either you will feel drowsy, meaning after some time you feel like closing eyes and then it's a good drowsy feeling, or you get bored at it and then some sensual stimulant is required. Now it can be sound. I'll put some music, or it can be some sights, or I change the posture because I think I should be in lotus posture, but I'm in chair. I think I should take a lotus posture. So this whole thing will again be doubt, this, 5 hindrances going around. So if otherwise, I'll go and make some tea or coffee, feeling like I'm feeling bored, or I'm feeling sleepy, so I should have some stimulant. So I make tea. And after tea, I would like to do this. But that's a problem. Tea, caffeine will take out energy because now that energy is required for digestion. So I had an immediate high after having tea or coffee, but it made it worse. So I'm drained of energy. So I can't do this practice of just sitting and watching 10 minutes. Nothing need to be done. No activity has to be done. Can I watch 10 minutes? And you would find you can't sit 10 minutes in whichever posture. Okay, that's a first step. Assuming you have passed that first step, meaning you don't have 5 hindrances at all, that means akusala dhamma not being there, that means your sila is established. Because breaking of the sila creates hindrances. So if you don't have sila broken, then there are no hindrances. If there are hindrances, it's 100% certain that something or the other has taken over. Now, what would have taken over? I might not have killed anyone. I might not have stolen anything. I might not have had a sexual misconduct. But certainly, I would have 4 of the vachi things or speech things. Musavada, Pisunavacha, Parusavacha, Sampapalapa. Out of these 4, maybe the 4th one I might not engage, but other 3 I would have engaged. And that is sufficient. So my test here is, can I watch the wall for 10 minutes doing nothing? Absolutely nothing. Just nothing. I'm again repeating, nothing. Can I sit like that? Nothing. No thing being there. It's pretty easy, but it is so difficult. Okay. Assuming that means I'm assured of, I didn't break the speech seal, then this 10 minutes will be perfectly fine. If I have broken, what should I do? Now, here is what I need to do: stop that 10-minute thing and fix the problem. So then I need to make a conscious effort that I wouldn't do from now on. So this will take some more time to get fixed, meaning I can't be watching the wall for few more days to come, because I have to practice not breaking musavada, pisunavacha, parusavacha, sampapalapa. Now this is one set. Second, jealousy. I see someone who has gone beyond, so I get jealous of that. So it's not abhijja per se, but it is isa, which is jealousy. Then macharya, that is, I become stingy. And those two also will affect us. If that 5 hindrances are not sufficient, there are many other things which will affect it. So there's one sutta where Buddha explains, after doing this, you need to check whether you are having issa, which is jealousy, and mascharya, which is stinginess. Am I becoming stingy? If yes, it's impossible. So I have to become generous. So from adinna should become dinnadani, should give up, chaga. Okay, this is another thing I need to check. It's all about myself checking. So my test is that 10 minutes. Now it failed. Now I check why it is failing, and then I fix it. That's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, so then I fix it. It would take a few days. If I have consciously created chaga or dana as in not money thing I'm talking about, chaga is the right word, where you give up, just give. Don't hold anything, just give. Anything, just give. Not worth it to hold. Then the isa, jealousy, goes away. We are given up. In fact, I start feeling happy the other person is doing well, or something in his or her life is improved. Okay. That helps in becoming expansive rather than contraction. Instead of that, I become expansive. The more I expand, the better it is. Okay, now I have done this much. Now again, I sit for 10 minutes. If again doubt comes, should I close my eyes or open eyes? Again, go back. Fix visikiccha. I'm going to go back and go back and go back till the doubt does not remain. Okay. Or doubt or whatever it is coming there. One person might get doubt, another person might get something else. So it need not be that everybody gets doubt. Some person might get vyapada. It's quite certain. Because if there is jealousy, if there is comparison, if there is competition, it's going to definitely bring in vyapada. That's for sure. And Aryu knows it very well when he went to China, how his students were. So it's going to bring in vyapada. And vyapada is a fire. So you can't meditate, let alone watching breath. You can't even sit comfortably. Okay, so now I've done all of this. Now I put 10 minutes. Now I sit, not doing anything. I'm just watching the screen. Suddenly, I would like to study a sutta. No, no, for 10 minutes. No, I just want to see whether this thing is there in the sutta. No, this triggers, right? So now I want to make sure. No, just sit. Assuming a stage when you are in a room. That's the reason what Goenkaji does is to put you in a shunyagara. I feel happy what he's doing, but that's not the only thing. But actually what he's done is too good, honestly. Because now in that shunyagara, you don't have anything to do. Literally, you don't have anything to do. You can't write, you can't note down, you can't watch mobile, you can't study, you can't read, you can't do anything. Okay? So there's a purpose to do so. And this purpose was very clearly articulated by Ledi Sayadaw, who then taught it to his disciple, and then it came down to Ubakin and then to Goenkaji. But anyway, that's a story. Leaving that aside, it's there in the Buddha teaching. It's there, right? It's nothing like it's not there. This 10-minute thing is not there, but you should be doing for the whole day. Taking a break and completely seclude from everything. Okay. Now, I sit for 10 minutes, observing all the things which are pulling me. One tea, one coffee, one this, one that. Suddenly I feel that I should get up and go for urination, or my legs are jammed, etc., etc. All kind of things are coming. I just observe, not watch. Observe. Observation is a witness. Watching is seeing. Seeing will not do anything. You have to observe what is happening. Observation has two modes. One on the kaya, which is kaya gata sati, and another one is chitta, the mental framing which is coming. To cite an example, I want to have tea. The tea has come in the mind, whereas the body is feeling uneasy. So I see both. I see the tea coming in the mind, and then this thing, uneasiness coming in the body. What should I watch? Should I watch the tea, or should I watch the uneasiness? In Goenka technique, they push you for the kaya one rather than the chitta, because kaya is more grosser than the chitta. So you watch the uneasy feeling. That's the right approach, actually. But what Buddha teaches is chitta as opposed to kaya. That's the only difference. There's nothing different about it. It's the only difference here is, should you watch the kaya or should you watch the chitta? And in always Buddha's language is chitta. Mano pubbangama dhamma, not kaya. Kaya pubbangama dhamma is not there. But for an entry-level person like me, can I see the chitta? It's impossible. So you stick to the kaya. So what Goenka is saying is correct, or what Ubakin is saying is correct. What Ledi Sayadaw found that a lay follower cannot get to this level is also correct. Okay, so there is a reason why it was made in that way. But if somebody can do it, can do it. Chirag, I'll take your question later. Let me finish my flow. So basically, now I watch for 10 minutes the uncomfortable feeling of the body and the uncomfortable experience of the chitta, where I want to have tea, I want to see, if not tea, a sutta, or want to do something. Suddenly I remember, oh, this website thing, I wanted to fix it. No. If I sustain this 10-minute without hindrance appearing at all, then I go to the next step, which is Indriya Samvara. Otherwise, it's a battlefield. And Indriya Samvara cannot happen with this battlefield thing. Okay. So I need a space of 10 minutes without hindrance. No doubt, vichikicha, no udacha, no kukucha, no thinamida, and then no vyapada, no kamachanda. All the five shouldn't appear in this 10 minutes at all. Then the question comes, what appears? Only the breath will appear automatically. You don't have to fight with the breath or find the breath or say that, oh, the mind has gone somewhere outside, I have to bring it back. Nothing like that. There's no question of going outside or bringing it back as though it's a child, it is going out and coming back. Yes, in initial stages like a child, like a kindergarten, if you look at Chuladasa's Mind Illuminated, or if you look at Goenkaji's technique, they ask you to bring back the mind as though the mind is something and you are some other thing. That's correct. But in Buddha Dhamma, this is totally insanity. It doesn't exist. There is no you except for the mind. So when you say the mind has gone out, that means who are you and who is the mind? So there's nothing like that. So the mind cannot go out without you being there. So maybe you have gone out, basically. There's nothing like I was sitting and the mind went away somewhere. No, you yourself have gone out. Now you yourself will come back whenever that activity is completed. So that is absent-mindedism. The mind doesn't stick to the object. Maybe due to ADHD or whatever it is, the attention disorder is there. So it's a deficit, attention deficit. So attention not being there means the manasikara is so short that sati cannot take place. There can't be any mindfulness, awareness. Right? In Buddha Dhamma, only two things exist. One, manasikara, to make up the mind. Another one is sati. Only two things that exist. Manasikara can be having yoniso manasikara, a very penetrative way of looking at everything, or unpenetrative, foolish, or just a habitual pattern, which is ayoniso manasikara. The absent-mindedism is just an impression of that ayoniso manasikara, which has become so strong that the person cannot get any respite of understanding what really is happening. He'll just do as habituated. That's it. Like if somebody says to him, go and brush your teeth, it's just brushing the teeth. He cannot discern what's the teeth, what's brushing, what's happening, how it is changing, how when the paste touches the gums, there is a different experience. And when you put water and throw it, there's a different experience. So you can see anicca there and it's gone and something else has taken over. So now that discernment is what you're supposed to be doing in every posture. Every posture, including brushing, eating, washing face, bathing, etc., etc. And that can only come if I can sit 10 minutes without these 5 hindrances. Otherwise, it's not possible. I'm just saying 10 minutes. Actually, it is 1 hour, 1 full hour of 60 minutes of just sitting and doing nothing. No closing eyes. Nothing to be done on closing eyes. Just watching. You just sit. That's it. There's nothing like, how are we doing on browsing? Are we closing eyes to browse? Are we closing eyes to go to YouTube videos or whatever? No. Then why close eyes here? It's nothing special. It's the same thing. You're closing eyes just to make sure that the distraction is not there. But the objective of Buddha Dhamma is to make sure the distraction doesn't affect you. Right? So that's the reason there is nothing called as Akki Padhati in any suttas. Akki is eyes. Padhati means close. So Buddha should have indicated that Pallankam abhujitva ujumkaya panidaya akkim padati. Yes, makes sense. He closes eyes and sits. No, it doesn't say that. That way of doing is good. I'm not saying that's not good, but this is different. This is Dhamma. You're looking at the nature. You're not looking at just closing eyes and just doing whatever sensation. Now, yes, there is a sensation which is coming, that the tea has come, or coffee has come, or thirst has come, or something has come, and then there's a discomfort in the body. But the first discomfort happens in the mind. So I need to check the mind, nothing to do with the body. Body is not the primary thing. It's a mind which is primary, manopubbangama dhamma. So anything that happens cannot happen independent of mind. It's not possible. If yes, then I'm following Jain teachings. So I am following Nigantanatha Putta in the name of Gautama Buddha. Simple as that. I can't be fooling myself that I'm following Buddha while I'm actually following Jain ascetic, which is fine, actually fine, because Kaya Danda, Vachi Danda, Mano Danda. Yes, Kaya Danda I'm watching. So anything that is happening on the body, I will tolerate it. That's fair. Pain is coming, I'll tolerate the pain. Sweat is coming, I'll tolerate the sweat. Urine is coming, I'll tolerate the urine. Fine, fair. Absolutely fair. I'll not eat at all. Yeah, it's body. Perfect. Perfect setting. So I need to decide in these 10 minutes when I fail, whether I will go by the body or I'll go by the mind. If I'm going with the Buddha, it's a mind. It's a mind game. If it is a Jain, I'll go by what Nigantanatha Putta says. That's fine with me. But I need to be clear. If I'm following Jain, what I would do, I will tolerate it. That makes it more sense. Because now the feelings which are appearing, the sensation which are appearing in the body, I can witness. Again, witness, not seeing, witness. Witnessing is without reaction. It's reactionless. So you just witness what's coming. So this body pain is coming. It's appearing. It'll disappear on its own. I don't have to do anything. Yes, that's there in Jain Agama. So don't think that this thing is not there in Jain Agama at all. They call it as the karma which has appeared. What Goenkaji talks about sankharas. And that in Jain Agama is called as karma. So there is stula karma, which is gross karma which appears on the body. There is sukshma karma. Sukma karma. So that is subtle ones. So they are light ones, they are hard ones. And the hard ones comes first and the soft ones comes later. In the Goenka, he says hard ones, that is the very strong sankharas are coming, and then it will be followed by weaker sankharas, which is fair. I don't care that they both are the same. So the Agama says the same thing, and or Goenka also says the same thing, which makes sense to me. Because I can't go the Chitta route. It's not possible. So I have to go by the Kaya. Okay, this is the first test I need to have. So Sila, it's fine. I've done my Sila. Then I'm working on this. I find how well I'm placed. Then I have two options. Take the Kaya route or the Chitta route. Kaya route, you can still follow Goenkaji technique or Ubakin technique, which makes more sense because I'm not capable of handling the Chitta. Why it appeared? Because I need to apply Patisamutpada here, and I'm no ready to do that. So I better just observe the sensation which is appearing in the body, and this itching sensation, throbbing sensation, whatever sensation is appearing, I'll just be with that. Fair. But let me do for 10 minutes on the sensation without reacting. Okay, then can I extend it to 20 minutes or 30 minutes and 1 hour and like that? Fair. Now I come to the Buddha. I'm not interested in this Jain Agama or in the Goenka way of doing things. I want to handle the Chitta route, which is Vijnana, Mano, and Chitta. That's the only thing. No Kaya. And hence the reason he says Asutava, one who doesn't know what should he begin with? Asutava, unheard. So now I'm a heard person, right? I've become a Sotapanna. So then I have full faith in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Because my Sila is unbroken, I don't have to do this 10-minute thing, actually, because it's not breaking. So only the little bit of hindrance of Kamachanda Vyapada would remain and nothing else. So I just have to work out on that. I don't have to work out on Visikicha, Udacha, Kukucha, all of that. And Kukucha will never come. That is remorse, that I have done this mistake, I shouldn't have done this, etc. If that is true, then my Sila itself has a problem. So I have to cut this approach and go back to Sila. That's what I'm going to do for the next 3 months. And hence in many suttas, when the people of other sect join Buddha, they say, give me a probation for 3 months. Because it takes so much time to fix the Sila. It is not going to happen next day morning. So don't be surprised that it takes time. It would take time. Because in every activity, I need to fix the Sila. I'm speaking to someone, I do something, fix it. I'm eating something, I'm unmindful of it, fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. Keep on fixing it. And after some time, it becomes a habit. And once the new habit takes over, then the old habit dies. And when the old habit dies, then I'm fit. This is my structure. Now, having done that, okay, now what next to be done? Now I come to the Indriya Sambara. Because it's Samvarena Sila. That is, I'm doing the Samvara using Sila as the basis. Now, what's the first thing I need to do? The very first thing I need to do is to understand the nature. What's the nature? Nature means what happens everywhere is a nature. What do you mean what happens everywhere? The sunrise happens, sunset happens, that's a nature. Not about you doing anything about it. Even if you do also, the sunrise happen. If you don't do also, sunrise happen. If you do something, sunset happens. If you don't do also, sunset happens. It's not that it is asking our permission that can I come if you're willing, or you don't come. No. It comes, it goes. If cloud comes and if it is a condition matches, it rains. Otherwise, the condition doesn't match, it doesn't rain. So that means it's conditionality. The nature is conditioned. It's not dependent on me saying something or not saying something. So it is sankata. Everything is conditioned. This body is conditioned. This mind is conditioned. The outside world is conditioned. So now I can see eyes are conditioned, ears are conditioned, nose are conditioned, tongue is conditioned, body is conditioned, and so the mind is also conditioned. So Vilas as an entity is a conditioned entity, not an unconditioned, independent entity at all. So the personality of Vilas is defined by the condition and the situation as opposed to Vilas being a fixed personality, never going to change in his life. No, that's not true. So that's the first thing I'm going to see for myself, that the sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and thoughts are conditioned things. If there were no condition applied to that, if there were no eye and there were no sight, would there be a conscious experience of seeing? And the answer is no. Only when the eye is there and the sight is there, and then these two coming together through consciousness, so then I can say that I am seeing something. Right? So now what I can say is that it is conditioned. So if I'm saying Aryu, if I'm saying Ritu here, if I'm saying Madhukar or Chirag in the video, it's conditioned. I've been told this body is Aryu, otherwise I can't recognize it to be Aryu. I've been told this body is Ritu, and hence I'm calling it as Ritu. And this body as Madhukar, and that body is Chirag. And hence we're saying something is existing. If an object were not to be named, it still becomes an object unnamed. It doesn't remove that, because there is Rupa. So this Rupa is a gross thing, Olarika. It's coarse. So I found the nature to be conditioned, and it is coarse, and it is liable to disintegration. So it is Paticsamutpanna, meaning it is dependently originated on these two things. That is the Rupa, what I am seeing, and that Rupa is getting recognized, and hence it is Olarika, that is grossness. So when I talk to Aryu, there is a gross experience using his body. Or when I see Ritu, and then there is a gross experience. So without grossness, can I have a subtle experience? And the answer is no. Never. Only jhanas can have subtle experience, and not this one, sensual. So what I find is, okay, then is it good to be upek, etan santam, etam panitam, yadidam upek? And I say, yes. If I hold on to Aryu, he might stay, he might not stay. What does that mean? Death can take him away, or dissolution can take him away. What is a dissolution here? Dissolution means that there is nothing more to talk between us, so we separate. He's still alive somewhere, and I'm also still alive somewhere, but there is no contact at all. Once in a while we message, oh, yeah, hey, how are you? And he'll say, I'm fine. And that's it. And he also messages me, hey, Vilas, how are you? I'm fine. Aryu, how about you? I'm fine. Done. So let me put some examples on board to you. I had one friend by name Lasanta in Sri Lanka, Anuradhapura. We became very thick friends. It's everyday discussion on Dhamma. And in 2023, after we had a lot of discussion, I said, Lasanta, the way you are doing doesn't fit me, because I'm going by this route, whatever is there in the sutta. You are going by something else. And you have a difference of opinion between what I say and what you say. So you better follow what you want to follow, and I will follow what I'm following. And that's it. So 2023 April, when I was there in Sri Lanka, I think we spoke for another 1 or 2 months, and that's it. It's now 2026, closer to, now we are on August 11 here. So so much time is gone. One example. We can take many examples like this from our own Dhamma group. People who were there and who have gone. Right? So if I hold on to that rupa, and then what happens then? I'm feeling it's unconditioned. But no, it's conditioned. The ideas are conditioned, right? The concepts are conditioned, and hence it is friendship. So when the ideas and opinions vary, it just goes off. Let's say I have a lot of Goenkaji friends with me, and they follow Goenkaji, and I don't follow Goenkaji. So then either they have to come to me or I have to go to them. And if both doesn't happen, I take my path and they take their path. So it's going to be unconditioned? No, it's conditioned. It's Olarika. So now can I experience Lasanta? No. Now can I experience Shenial? No, I can't. Can I experience Anusha, we used to talk a lot? No. Why? Because they're gone. So if that object doesn't come in front of me, can I then experience that object? Yes, in memories. But how long the memory will survive? No. So it's always said, out of sight is out of mind. So there's a saying also to that effect. So basically, I need to see this. It is Sankata, Olarika, Patisamadpanna. When I see this, I can see a drastic nature in that everything has Kaya Dhamma, Vaya Dhamma, Viraga Dhamma, Nirodha Dhamma. That's the Dhamma. And Dhamma means nature. Like anger has a nature of fire, and metta has a nature of cooling. That's all. It's a nature. Anybody having metta will cool down. Anybody having anger will have fire. So can you make an angry person smile? No. Can you make a metta person frown? No, because that's the nature. Nothing anybody can do about it. It's just a nature. So if I understand the nature of upset, let's say somebody is upset. There's no somebody to be upset. Its nature is upset. When the person is upset, the nature is confusion, and hence is upset. If I remove the confusion, his upsetness goes away, or he himself will go away somewhere till his upsetness goes away because he is confused. What to do, what not to do, he is not aware, so he gets frustrated, and that has made him upset. Now, if I keep on asking him, why are you upset, why are you upset, why are you upset, that makes him more angry because now the anger takes over, which is a nature. And the nature of anger is to burst. It's a fire. It's going to burst. And when it bursts, it brings in the same bursting to another person. So that person also starts to burst. It's like a cylinder getting bursted. One cylinder bursts and the next cylinder bursts. The next cylinder will burst and the next cylinder will burst. It keeps on. So the entire house is on fire. Even though there is no physical fire, there is mental fire. Right? So now I have two strategies. One body strategy, which is what Jain says. Don't do it. What do you mean don't do it? You want to slap, but don't do it. But it's come in the mind, that's fine, but don't do it. So in the Udayi Sutta, he says, we do like this. We hold the body tight. And then Buddha says, that doesn't help you, Udayi, because the damage is done. So it's a Chitta Vishuddhi is what we are talking about, not Kaya Vishuddhi. So we need to know where we are. joining away, we are parting. The Indriya Samvara is on the mind. The Indriya Samvara is not on the body. It is mano on which this is applied. The fix or the solution is applied on the mind, mano, and not to the kaya. But kaya has got nothing to do with it. It doesn't go and fight with anyone. Have you seen a kaya fighting with another kaya? No. It first comes in mind, and then everything follows. So I plan to fight with this person or argue with this person, and for that reason, it can go anywhere, including physical fight or slapping or hitting or whatever. But it came in the mind. It never came in the body at all. But the argument from Mahavira or Nigantanatha is, yes, but the strongest of the karma is in the body. So it is stula. So I cut that. So when I do it, the sensations, I'm using the word sensation, not feelings. Buddha's feeling is mental, whereas Mahavira's is physical, sensation. So I observe the sensation and hold it firm like a pillar. Then what happens? It goes away. It's very hard. Yes, I understand. It's painful. Yes, I'll take the pain. It's relieving. Yes, it does. Because I did not hit that person. I wanted to take a rod and hit. I would have gone to the jail or whatever. The anger is so high. I had a gun, I would have shot. But then no, I'll not do. So did I not save myself? Yes, absolutely yes. But the killing has been done in the mind. Fair deal, but was not executed. But the sensations came on the body. Yes, it did. It was trembling. Yes, it did. I saw it. So I become a witness of the body. It just shakes. I'm watching the shaking. It's fire. Yes, I understand it's fire. But I see it's relaxing as well. Now, if I take amygdala, that's where this threat started. So I did not do anything. So it came back to prefrontal cortex where logic can be applied. And logically, I did not trigger the gun or some kind of instrument or a weapon or something. I did not hit at that person, saving myself from the danger. So I did not do anything. And he or she almost came hitting me a blow. Just relaxed. So the moment there's relaxation, cortisol reduces, dopamine increases, serotonin goes up, oxytocin goes up, endorphin goes up. So the parasympathetic response takes over, sympathetic goes down. So the threat is removed. So you feel relaxed. That's the reason once the anger goes away, the person sits on the chair. If you've seen somebody in rage, he does that, anyone, or he'll ask for water because his whole body is drained. And he doesn't know why he got upset. He thinks that person made him upset. Partially true. But that's not the situation. So when I see Indriya Samvara like this, I see it's conditioned, it's Olarika, it is Patisamatpanna. This is on the mind. So either I go on the mind, which is the right thing to do with the Buddha Dhamma, or I go by the body, which is Jain Dhamma, which is correct. So you have both options, and both are samana. So I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't follow Mahavira. It's good to follow because they both are same. They both are contemporaries. We need to know that both tradition talks almost the same thing. If you read the Jain Agamas, you will be surprised. 99% of what is there in the Buddha Dhamma is there in that. I don't know whoever added whatever masala to both of them. It's not true. Only thing is that the Agamas are in Sanskrit and this is in Pali. But other than that, if you were to go through it, it's so nice. What Buddha says in one thing, Mahavira says in another way. That's all. So it depends on how is your mind. Indriya Samvara is on mind. There's nothing you can do on Indriya Samvara without knowing how to deal with the mind. Whereas in this tradition, Mahavira tradition, there's no Indriya Samvara. Your Samvara is Kaya. So don't do anything on Kaya. Don't do any bad deeds on Kaya. So, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. You put the body first. Now here is the change in the principles. Ahimsa paramo dharma. Ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, which is also there in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Same 5 principles are there in Jain. It fits because if I am non-violent, right, I'm not having any violence, and that whole thing comes on the body. Meaning somebody is irritating me so much that I will have patience, forbearance, and which is what Buddha calls khanti. So I will not stop smiling. That's what I've decided. Come what may, I will smile at the problem, at the challenge, at the teasing, at the intimidation, at the bullying, at anything, I will smile. So from today, I'll smile. Smile at the problem, saying that, oh, okay, you've come, no problem. I will handle it. So I will not make my body stiff. I'll make my body straight and relax. And watch the sensations rising simultaneously as the sound comes. Somebody shouting at me. There is uncomfortable sensation. I watch. That's Jain. Now, you apply to the Buddha. He says vilas is conditioned or unconditioned. Conditioned bhante. Is it gross or subtle? Gross. Is it patisamutpanna or not patisamutpanna? It is. So now that you have understood, would you like to go to the kaya holding it? No bhante. I will purify the mind. So what do? Remember, upekha is etam santam, etam panitam. Stick to that. Now, having stuck to that, can you enter into first jhana? Yes. Enter. Let the world go to hell. Because now you have done what should be done. Your indriyas are guarded. So, animitta gahi hoti, na nana bhyanjana gahi hoti. So that means I removed the nimitta, the sign, the symbol, which was making me to see that person. Right? As can be a wife, can be a friend, can be a son, can be a daughter, can be this, can be that. That nimitta itself is removed. So when the nimitta is not there, can you experience anything out of that? No. Absolutely not. So then there is no description. You can't describe. So there is no feeling as sukha, pleasant, dukkha as unpleasant, adukha asukha, neither pleasant nor unpleasant. Instead, it's just to pick. All the three are not there. Now, in that state, the breath is very mild, just like a breeze over the waves, light wave, light breeze. Just the water is slowly moving and coming back. In that state, vivicheva kamehi, vivicheva akusala dhammehi has happened. So savitakka savichara, piti sukha ekagata, these are the steps for jhana. Now I am in the savitakka savichara, observing that the mind has taken the breath as an object on which it is standing. So it has let go of people. It has let go of environments. It has let go of everything. It's come into the subtle feeling from the gross feeling. And now I'm in jhana, the first jhana. That's it. Now, can it be shaken? No. Because there is no grossness. How can something be broken when there is no gross? Because the mind has gone into the Brahmakayika from the sensual realm. So it can't be broken. That means I have moved out of Mara snare. Kept no Mara can catch, can find the Vijnana. So I did what I'm supposed to do. If I die in this state, two things can be certified, either as an anagami or an arhat in the first jhana, because I've taken care of the remaining things. And now I can be doing vipassana with jhana. So then when the consciousness goes away, it will land up in the anagami or it will extinguish. So that's the process. That's the thing what we are going to be doing. Either you're doing it here, in the US, wherever, exactly we'll be doing this. So please remember this thing, what we'll be doing this every day. If you miss today, tomorrow we are going to do the same thing. We will do it till you get it. Okay, you do on your own tonight or tomorrow morning, and I do from this morning till the evening. So whoever is there in India, let them be on this for a long time. So you don't have to select a spot. Wherever you are, just see whether you can fix yourself for 10 minutes and try extending it. And that's it. That's all what needs to be done. And then when you can do it, apply Indriya Samvara, which is the Indriya Bhavana Sutta. Bring that up and see whether you can progress on that. And then remove the nimitta, the sign, and then the description of that. Then you are in jhana. The first jhana. So the question asked was that how long it would be. If you do today, tomorrow morning till tomorrow night, you don't have to do anything. You will be in first jhana. It's automated. And then it will fade away. Once it fades away, it will be in lesser than that or higher than that is the question. No. First, you should learn all the 4 jhanas because it has to memorize. The sati has to be there. So the mind memorizes. So then it becomes automated. Then it goes to second jhana by itself. Just like we write an automated script, it does the same thing. It goes to second jhana. Then it goes to third jhana. It goes to fourth jhana. It's automated. Now, how long would be a fourth jhana? 30 days. How long would be a third jhana? 7 days. How long would be a second jhana? 3 days or 4 days? And how long will be a first jhana? 1 day. Is there any sutta reference for that? And the answer is no. How do you know it? You will get it through experience. You try it out, you will see it. It works that way. It's an experience. So I have asked this question to many who have done it, and they feel, yes, it's longer. So try and see. It should stay for a long time, because sensuality is not even a moment. So this should be higher than that, for sure. So both are having craving, but this craving is so short-lived that you want to get that again and again and again. Whereas in here, the craving drastically reduces because it is more satisfying. Whereas in the sensual world, it is unsatisfying. Actually, there's a reference in the Panchakanga Sutta, 36.19 or 21, whatever. That is where he says, if somebody says that there is nothing in sensuality, I will not agree. Then he'll say first jhana. Then somebody says this is the ultimate. I'll say no, the second jhana. Then third, fourth, 5, 6, 7. Because he talks about various feelings. So 2 feelings, 3 feelings, and then they both keep on fighting, and then they come to the Buddha, and then he says, I have taught 108 feelings, so I understand this confusion. So then he explains each one of them. So you can understand from there, you can infer from there how long it can sustain the 4 jhanas. Okay, it will be more than the sensual. Also there in Niramisa Sutta, that also talks about this. But as far as the number of days goes, you should experience it to know that it is working that way. In my experience, what I have done, it has stayed. I can only request all of you to try and see whether it is true. And I'm saying it's not there in the sutta. To say that, okay, show me the sutta reference. I would say no. I'm not adding anything. I'm not telling lies about it. It's just the way it is, because there's no point in I telling you lies or add something for it. No. You try, you see. It works. If it works, you'll come to know, yeah, it works. It stays for a long time. I'd asked this to Ravindra. He said, yes, it stays for a long time. So, you can try. So that's about jhana. This is about the Indriya Samvara portion, and that's the starting point of it. Now, if you fail, you have 2 options, 2 doors open. One Buddha, one is Jain. You decide. If you are very conditioned by Goenkaji technique, which is good, then you are literally following Mahavira, which is also good, because it makes sense. Because you are working on sensations, which is good to work with. If you come to Buddha Dhamma, you have to let go of that sensation thing, because it's mind which you're tuning, and hence it's called bhavana, development. So it is chitta bhavana, developing the mind. You're not developing the body, not at all. Whereas Jain Agamas talk about developing the body of khanti, patience and forbearance. So the first principle is leave out the shame. So don't cover, because this kaya is filthy, which is what Buddha also says as asubha. So this is filthy. It's like smeared in, what I can say, feces or shit. So throw this away. So throw the shirt or trousers, underwear, everything, and become a Digambara, which makes 100% sense. It makes sense to be a Digambara. And once I'm a Digambara, there's nothing to hide. So I'm straight, honest person. Uju, straightforward. Okay, so And then I can work on the sensations. People will throw whatever they throw at me, they do whatever they want to do with me. I care a damn. It looks dirty. Yes, it's dirt only. So, and each hair is karma. So I'll pull each hair individually. Because this is gross, stula. I'm going to do that. And I'll watch the sensation. As it's, oh, 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 that sensation has to come. Which makes sense. Because that's exactly what's happening on the Vedana. Buddha says the same thing. Like a cow which doesn't have any skin in the Putta Mamsa Sutta. He's giving the illustration. And Mahavira is doing it exactly. There's an illustration of that. The Vedanas are like that. So if you really want to have a Vedana, you strip yourself and pull out your hairs. You'll come to see the Vedana. And just go naked everywhere. That's it. You're done with it. Now, nothing needs to be covered. So you're given up everything. The last part is that physical closure. Throw it out. People will watch at you, shame at you, throw mud at you, or throw whatever at you. The dogs will come barking at you, or whatever it is. It's fine. Okay, both methods are okay. So you decide the one which suits you. But don't be in between, half of this and half of that. That doesn't work. So you do what fits. So 10 minutes watching, then you see the hindrances. Then you apply whether you want to go by the Buddha Dhamma or this, the Mahavira. And then from then onwards, you are on your own journey, provided you are able to sit for 10 minutes. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Yes, Chirag, you had raised your hand.
Yeah, I think in the beginning you were saying something about if you're a beginner, you watch the kaya, and otherwise you watch the chitta. Let's say, given an example, what does it mean to watch the chitta? Is it like watching the conditionality of what arises?
Yes, those three things, right? Conditioned, polarika, as in solidity or grossness, and patisamutpanna. Because when something you're seeing, when something you're hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, and thinking, you should see all of these three things. And because you're watching the mind, because the main idea is etam santam etam panitam yadidam upekha. And upekha happens in the mind, not in the body. There's nothing called body upekha. Body gets calmed, which is asapassa, the in-breath and out-breath, is kaya patibaddha. That means it is connected with the body. Whereas feeling and perception is mind or chitta. So you're working with chitta than the body. If I am a beginner or I don't have ability to do so, then I should work out on the kaya, which is sensation. Then I can't do the indriya sambhara. And without indriya sambhara, I can't get into jhana. Not possible. The samatha is not there. The problem is the samatha. The samatha will not be there. Without samatha, there is nothing jhana. Like, I just want to clarify again here is that many people get little bit of jhanic thing. Yes, it's there. It's possible. Few minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. We are not talking that. So the whole day, it should survive for the whole day without you doing anything about it. Meaning there's nothing like I pull a cushion or I do this or do, there's no doing. It stays. Titha, staying. And it fades away later. But let's say I were to have tea, example I'll give you, Chirag, is that I make tea. Making tea takes 10 minutes, drinking tea takes 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And each sip, it's gone. Not even a second. As opposed to that, the first jhana is whole day. So which one should I do? Tea drinking or jhana? And I would lean towards jhana than the tea drinking. So I found a fault that anything I buy, anything I do will stay for seconds. Not more than that. It doesn't mean that I can't be buying that or drinking that or eating that. Yes, but I've seen that it doesn't stay. So my question is there anything higher than this? And the answer is yes. The first jhana is higher than the sensual. Because I've seen for myself, yes, the tea is just one 10-minute job of boiling and putting the right quantity of tea and sugar and etc., milk, no milk, etc., then, and there's no guarantee it will be tasting very well, I assume. Then I drink tea. For that, so much I have to struggle. Whereas here, if I cut this off, sensuality, it automatically leads toward jhana. And it stays. I'm just on the breath, going nicely. But this is mental, not physical. So nobody can show you physical how it has worked. So there is a sutta where Buddha talks about 4 undefinable, and one of them is the jhana. Nobody can define where he is on the jhana. He can say where he is reached, but he can't say that exactly says the jhanic stuff, because it is subtle. It's not olarika. It's subtle and it is very long thing. Okay, that's so if I'm a beginner, Chirag, then I have to start with body sensation, because the thing happens in both, in the body as well as in the mind. Buddha talks about leave the body aside, do the mind. That's the difference between the Jain Agamas and the Suttas. Sure, no problem. So this is the practice. So tomorrow again we do the same so that we remember. And also tomorrow we'll see how many of you were able to do that 10-minute thing. I don't know whether they still remember it or not. Should sit 10 minutes without doing anything. Anything means anything. And Goenkaji takes it to the extreme of not scratching hair or doing scratching here, etc., because that distracts. So just sit 10 minutes. And that is Jain. Don't change posture, don't do this, don't do that, is Jain. And Mahavira is very straight on that. He says, don't do anything. Endure. Develop endurance. And both are correct. I mean, both methods are correct. It depends on what's my mental state. I need gross, Mahavira. I want to work subtle, Buddha. And hence is samana, shramana. They have done on their own. 2 people only, Mahavira and Buddha. Okay, yes, you go ahead.
Yeah. So I still have a question about this hindrance and Indriya Samvara, the sequencing, I guess, as you were discussing. So today you said if you sit there and watch for 10 minutes, if there's hindrance coming, that means you've broken the sila.
One of that would be sila broken. Yes, because it's like this, without sila breaking, there can't be hindrance. The first thing that comes doubt. Doubt comes because there is something in the sila which you have not fixed there as yet. Because then, see, if I have already understood Buddha Dhamma, then the doubt shouldn't come. Let's say I want to stare at this, see this monitor, and that's it. There's nothing more to be done, right? It's just simple thing of cutting the sensual and just sitting. But I need some sensual stimulation, so then I don't know whether I should sit like this or like that, or this, that, watch the breath, do not watch. So all that is creating a restlessness, huge amount of restlessness. So it's not making me settled at all. So now the question comes, why? Out of the 10 immoral deeds, I need to see which one I am still holding on to.
Okay, so I guess sila here means quite subtle sila.
Yes.
Not ones.
No. See, I'll tell you, 100% we can give 100 marks to each one of us. We have not killed. One gone. We might have killed mosquitoes and insects and bacteria and viruses and all of that. Okay? Or cockroaches, lizards, and etc. Even chicken and all poultry things, etc. But their karmic is not equal to human. So keep them aside. You have not killed your father and mother. Major thing. To get into the anantariya papa kamma, which you have not done. You have not killed an arhat. You have not injured a Buddha. First of all, we have not seen a Buddha to injure. And secondly, we don't know who is an arhat or not an arhat. So no point in killing. Okay? Then you have not created a schism in the Sangha. And you don't take any other teacher other than Buddha. So you are a Sotapanna. Why? Only Sotapanna can have all of these 6 things. Other than that, nobody else. So you can give yourself 100 marks to it. Now, that doesn't promise the next step. So now these hindrances are there. And these immoral deeds, not these 5 silas. Immoral deeds are different than the 5 silas. So I need to check which one is creating that hindrance. Now let's take an example. Kamachanda. What is that in Kamachanda which is making me go behind something? The greed or craving or whatever it is. That's got nothing to do with sila section. But that is something to do with the 10 immoral deeds, which is abhijja. I'm comparing. And hence I'm doing this. So that creates vyapada. Right? So I need to fix that rather than looking at this 5 sila and saying, no, I don't think so, I have anything. Yes, go ahead.
I guess if you get like vyapada, like a comparison, certainly that'll be stronger. But let's say you're sitting and some memories of distant past comes, which is, let's say, some lake you went to, you were enjoying there. So the mind gets drawn towards there. Is that also sila related? Let's say.
It's Kamachanda.
That's also a hindrance, but you were saying if the hindrance are coming, that's related.
If it is relentlessly coming, then what to be done? See, you can apply an antidote to that. So if Kamachanda is coming, you can do Asubha, Now the lake is coming. What is Asubha in a lake?
Dried up or dirty.
Right? It becomes intellectual rather than experiential, right? I know it will dry up. It's not that it's not going to dry up, but that beautiful lake, let's say Niagara Falls for a change, it has not dried up. In the last, from the time I've been born, I've never heard Niagara Falls drying up. Hudson River drying up. So then what should I do?
So at this point, you start to move to Indriya somewhere now, right?
Yes. Yes. Now you move to Indriya Samvara rather than, because now you have to play looking at whether the hindrance is driven by the Sila or hindrances is driven by not having Indriya Samvara.
So
Then I fix it.
Sila, or gross Sila versus Samvara Sila. Both are Sila. That's what you mean by Sila.
In fact, in the Samanya Pala Sutta, he says small ethics, medium ethics, large ethics. Why did he make it that way? He didn't cover only the 5 or 10. He put so many of it. Why? Because the more subtle you go into the mind, you will require all of this. Right? So we need to play around with, oh, this is related to, you first check 10 minutes, how it has gone. Then make notes. Oh, this one I failed, this one I failed, this one I failed. Then you evaluate. You need to put a bhavana development, right? As opposed to just taking it, okay, I will do this way or that way. No, it's your disease. So you have to find a cure. Your disease may not be my disease, and my disease may not be Chirag's disease, right? Chirag will have his own disease. So I can only give him some solutions to his disease rather than saying that, hey, Chirag, I'll solve it for you. No. Chirag has to find his own problems and has to find his own solution using the Buddha Dhamma. But we all can help him. Okay, take this, take this, take this. In the same way, we both can help you. Oh, and you take this. Or you both can give me, hey, Vilas, do this. It might help. But I have to try it. I can't just take what you both give it to me saying, okay, sure, I'll just do this one, right? Then you both say, yeah, Vilas, it has worked for us, you do it. But my disease is totally different because my conditionality is different. So it might not work. So I have to see out of these, what should I work on? And that is where we have to spend more time. So when I say I'm working, practicing, it means I'm working on my hindrances. That's where I need to put my energies. And that's the reason what Buddha says that utpanne akusale dhamme nadi vaseti padahati bhyanti karoti anabhavan gameti. Why? Because you have to do that. Utpanne, what has come. Akusala dhamme, that is these 5 hindrances, including those akusalas, 10 akusalas, which have come. Nadi vaseti. Don't give it a house. Vasa means place. Na adhivaseti, don't give it a place. Throw it out. Padhati, cut it. Bhyanti karoti, you just kick it out. Anabhavam gameti, let it not get established. Bhava, get established, to come into existence. Right? Anutpanne, akusala dhamme, same thing. Anutpanna, it has still not come, but do the same thing. Utpanne, kusala dhamme, then you welcome, come. Anutpanne, kusale, you develop, you start putting seeds on that. You water it. That is samavayamo. Correct? So first I recognize these guys are idiots. They will do something to me. I will not allow them. These people are good. Come. So I'll first evaluate how is my mind today. Okay. Sit. Closed eyes, open eyes. One slap to my right cheek. How many times Buddha has to say, Parimukam upetapetva. Not closed eyes. You idiot. So that doubt is gone. Otherwise, that will create restlessness. And that will bring in remorse. And that will start Thinamida. Then it will bring Vyapada. Then Kamachanda. Done. Why? Let me give you an example. The same wording. Pallankam abhujitva ujumkaya panidaya. Then he says, after lunch, they come and sit, observing whether abhijja has come, vyapada has come, thinamida has come. That's what they're going to do before attempting the first jhana. So if it was closed eyes meditation, Buddha would have told, after lunch, you close your eyes, and he would have slept. Right? So if I have this intention to close my eyes, I should stop it. Padahati, cut it. Why close eyes? For what? No, I am meditating. Meditating on what? What are you meditating? And there's no answer to it, actually. So first I need to know what Buddha is saying, not what I'm saying, what Buddha is saying. Oh, he's not used Akki Padhati. Wait a sec, there's something wrong in this. Let me understand. Now I understand. I have to remove hindrances. The same wording is there. In many suttas, he starts with that. Pallankam abhujitva ujumkaya panidaya. Same. You look at MN 107, exactly the same words. But they come from lunch. If Buddha would have seen them closing their eyes, he would have, I don't know what he would have used, his words. Like Sati, he would have thrown him out, thrown all those bhikkhus out. You're sitting here and snoring after lunch. Only in two places, Sariputta says, it's allowed to lower the gaze while walking. Other than that, nowhere in the entire Sutta Pitaka or in Vinaya Pitaka, you will find a mention that close eyes and sit. Okay, good for today. All right, so tomorrow we again continue on this even more. So we'll see what happened after 10 minutes or whatever minutes I'm going to do. So I'll share my experience while you share yours.
I think it's not comparable because you don't have any hindrances.
I know, I don't have any, still I can share. Still I can share, so it's fine. So it's in all postures, all the time. You remove the hindrance. What is hindering? It's hindering your sukha. Cut those hindrances which cut sukha. Because nibbānam paramam sukham. So when you want nibbana, or when the mind gets into nibbana, then there shouldn't be any hindrance. So remove the hindrances. That's it. All kind of hindrances, not of these 5 hindrances. Any kind of hindrances are hindrances. That means holding anything itself is hindrance, ultimately. Craving itself is a hindrance. So don't crave for anything. And you're done. Don't crave for good experience. Don't crave for bad experience. Then you're perfectly fine. Okay, so all good. Did we end for the day? Okay, thank you everyone, and then have a good night and good day. Meet you soon. Bye.